Hey, it's Dr. Dale with 5 reasons why scrolling through social media could trigger a grief episode after the death of a loved one. Yes, especially if the death just happened, you're very, very sensitive. But even years later, I find myself when I'm scrolling and something appears and it just causes a grief episode for me. And so I wanted to do this video so that you're aware of this part of the grieving process. And that leads me to number one. It's just the memory of that loved one. You know, it appears, most social media platforms has this anniversary where this picture will appear a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, 10 years later. Or that leads me to number two is that any sad meme or video that appears, or it could be a happy video, and it could just trigger your grief for some reason. And that leads me to number three is that the death notification of friends or friends' families, sometimes that notification just triggers something inside of you and it makes you grieve. And that leads me to number four is just someone posting a grief experience. When someone's going through grief and they'll get on there and they'll post this post and it's talking about how they lost this person or that person, or it's that person's birthday and they're saying happy heavenly birthday, things like that. And then number five is just anything on social media that triggers you. It could be anything. And so I just wanted you to be aware of that. This is a part of the grieving process, and it's okay to cry. It's okay to understand your feelings and to be triggered. And if you can't handle this and it's too much and it's been a while, please seek a therapist so that they can help you through this. Like I always say, grief is like a roller coaster, and social media is actually a part of that grief process because it's going to trigger you sometimes. Not everybody gets triggered, but some people get triggered. And praying for everybody who's lost anybody.